morning once again, sanitation safety and team. Hope all is well. Again, welcome to week 4, yes, but this is our on-the-job training protocols. All right, number 4, part 1. All right, excitement, yes, is in the air. I don't want to get in touch and tune and talk about today. For part 1 of on-the-job training protocols, number 4 is about purchasing and receiving. I know you got a chance, hopefully, to watch Michael Thibodeau up in his Always Again at NOLA with his basic restaurant called Poetry. If not, it's in definitely week 3 content there. Please check that video out. Also, when you get into purchasing and receiving, all right, we like to call it procurement in a professional state. Looking in is always taking Chef McCann's Purchasing Cost Control course. That course is paramount to your success as a business someday that you want to own, operate, or manage. It is significantly involved with, as always, your business plan and making sure you showcase your numbers or your financials to your partners that invested with you or to the bank that you basically borrow from or any type of lender. They're always going to look for your P&L statements. They're always going to look for your numbers. That's a fancy way to say, show me the money that was coming in and going out. And majority of the time, all right, the money that you have in your restaurant is going to be spent on food. All right, and that food most likely it's always going to be broken down. Your proteins are always going to be most expensive. Your carbs and starches right around second, and pretty much everything else kind of flows after that. But be mindful. I'm here to give you some pointers. Chef McCann's going to give you a significant amount more. But I'm here to tell you when you purchase, now more than before, everybody's on a very streamlined, tight budget. What you can do, though, that can benefit you is this. All right, it's kind of where in particular it's a simple process, but not everybody does it. All right, being the fact that it limits you somewhat to basically what's on your menu. But what I'd like you to try to do is, all right, someday as an owner, operator, manager, supervisor, and you know you have basically a little amount of budget, I want you to call around all the Cheney brothers, all the Cisco's of the world, all right, anybody that's basically out there that's a purveyor, distributor, all right, within basically Central Florida, all right, and let them know. All right, listen, I'm Jessica from basically such cafe. All right, I'm a new business, up and running. But in particular, I'm running on a small scale budget, and be honest with them. All right, and that being said, let them know, listen, when you have something at a discounted price, all right, and that discounted price may be because of most likely the expiration date upcoming, in particular, that is basically closer to what we know in particular. If you read in basically chapter 7, all right, and chapter 6 and 7 and 8, you allowed 7 days when you buy something at full price. But when you don't basically have those 7 days, you can offer basically something at discount price, or we like to call on sale. All right, and that way you got to be careful, mindful. All right, so when Cheney Brothers calls you up and say, hey, Jessica, we have 50 pounds basically flank steak available to you. How much would you like? You're like, well, what's the catch? They say, listen, the expiration date is basically, let's say, July 26th. It's July 19th, July 20th. You got 50 pounds. They're like, well, what could you offer us? We're offering it 50% off. Okay, so 50% off, July 26th expiration date. Mean what? That's when you know you got to get everyone basically on everybody's plate, because July 27th, it goes basically, or that 26th night goes in the trash. So what you can think of is you got to get creative. You got to work with your staff. Are you thinking flank steak? You got breakfast, lunch menu, basic dinner menus. I'm thinking what off the top of my head. Lunch, it could go right basically to me, tacos, quesadillas, dinner time, some type basically jambalaya, whatever, maybe stew. Think about where you could go with all that flank steak. Fajitas, I could go on and on. But be mindful, you're buying it 50% off. You're selling it on your menus full price. So that's where you can make some money and flip basically that script on your basically food cost percentages from being so high to bringing it back down to average or hopefully below, where you were basically maybe in the teens or in the 20s. So be mindful about that. With purchasing, look for deals, look for discounts. You buy at discount, you still charge the customer full price. All right, that's how you make money. It's the best way that you can. And also when you get into receiving, and those videos get a little bit long, think about this for receiving. Make sure you check every single box. Okay, so here's what's going to happen sooner or later. More likely, again, the same delivery person is going to come to you over and over from the same distributor or company. All right, and here's the thing. Delivery personnel know who checks and who doesn't. Be the basically company or business or restaurant, cafe, bistro, wherever, that always checks. Get the message out there to anybody ever that everybody comes to your door. All right. In particular, we check everything. So nothing's going to basically pull over basically the wool over our eyes. All right. We know we order 13, there better be 13 in here, up to our standards and our protocols. All right. Know this and understand this. There's an underlying basically component to that. Delivery personnel knows who checks and who doesn't. So that's protocol basic number 4, part 1 on receiving, in particular, and purchasing. From me to you, enjoy. Take care, team.